Hello, Class 7 children. Today, let's do the second poem from our book Honeycomb, named as The Rebel. This poem is written by D.J. Enright, who was born on 11th of March 1920 in the United Kingdom. Let's start with the introduction of the poem, followed by its analysis, appreciation, and conclusion. The poem tells the nature of a rebel who does just opposite of what others do. The poet tells that it is dangerous, but at the same time it is good because it is rebel who comes with the new ideas. The poet simplifies the personality of a rebel. He could be noticed and judged by his actions, although it is a negative trait as the person breaks the rule and shows totally opposite traits of what it is expected. He or she does not follow the general norms. He challenges the society. These persons can be productive and socially useful too. The poem The Rebel describes the character of a rebel, a person who does not conform to the norms of the society. The rebel is described as a person who would contradict others in order to be different. The character of the rebel in the poem is not based on a political activist but seems to be a character sketch of a young adolescent trying to be the one who is trying to be different. All the instances in the poem are repetitive affirmations of this fact. So, before we read and comprehend the poem, let's understand what does rebel mean. A person who does not like rules or authority and shows this by behaving differently from most people in society, or one who doesn't follow any rules, or the one who hates authoritative figures, or the one who loves to follow a different path. Now read the poem loud. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel doesn't say a word. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. When everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. In the company of cat lovers, the rebel puts in a good word for dogs. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. When everybody is greeting the rain, the rebel regrets the absence of sun. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. When everybody says, yes please, the rebel says, no, thank you. When everybody says, no, thank you, the rebel says, yes please. It is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it very good to be one. When the rebel encounters a group of people with short hair, he would allow his hair to grow long because he derives pleasure and satisfaction by going against the group. However, he is not constant and therefore when he sees people growing their hair long, he would end up cutting his short. Seeing everybody talk during the lesson, the rebel suddenly finds his silence most valuable. However, because he is a rebel, he cannot help but create disturbances and make a series of interjections when he sees that everybody else has become quiet. The rebel constantly seeks attention by doing that what others don't do. Because the rebel always wants to showcase and exhibit himself as different, he would wear colorful clothes when everybody else is dressed up in a common uniform. However, the moment he sees others dressed up in different and colorful clothes, he would be unable to control his urge to wear the uniform. When the rebel finds himself in the company of dog lovers, he begins to prefer the cats. On the other hand, on being surrounded by cat lovers, he will put in a favorable word for dogs. It means he starts appreciating the dogs. He would like to talk about dogs. His preferences and choices never seem to match with anyone else in the group. Even with respect to the weather, it is different to bring the rebel on board, for he would appreciate the sun while others would be welcoming the rains, and miss the rains while others would be enjoying the sun. The rebels are people who are usually all alone, for they prefer to tread on a different path than others. So, when others go for meeting, they stay at home and read a book. But when the others stay at home, they go to the meeting to attend the meeting. Saying yes when everybody says no and saying no when everybody says yes is another character trait of the rebel. So at the end of the poem, the poet says that it seems that having rebels around us is beneficial sometimes, as they train us to acknowledge differences. However, it is not good to be a rebel because they are not accepted by the society. Thank you. I hope you have understood the poem well.